I'm really excited about being live. Anyway, today is August the 24th, 2021, Tuesday. And today we're going to discuss just a little bit. Let's face it. Man, that's my friend cringing back there. You don't have to cringe. Let me type in something here. Let's see here. Comment on our topic. So I know a lot of you guys are working, and some of you are getting close to lunch here and catching me on lunch break. Anyway, coffee with the Rev today should be pretty interesting. At least I think it is. So here we go. Here we go. This quote I put in my newsletter today. God hath given you one face, and you make for yourselves another. William Shakespeare, 1600. So, what basically he's saying, we do have one face. I mean, our lives, our personality, what we say, do, and think, all of that is learned throughout our infancy and childhood and teens and then adulthood and environment, job, people with whom you associate. Also, we have a physical face. That's the one God gave us. But we have an internal face. And those of you that believe in reincarnation feel that that internal face comes from other lives that you've lived. So you sort of have a bent in your personality when you're born. You wonder why some children seem to be out of control, some are very compliant and get along with everybody, some are very rambunctious and daredevils, and some are kind of afraid to do things. Well, there's all kind of reasons for that, but touching on those of you that believe in reincarnation, if you had a bad event in your one of your former existences, that's in your psyche. If you had some great experiences in your former existences, that's in your psyche also. So whether or not you believe in creation really is irrelevant to this topic. What's important is we all have perceptions, prejudices, things that we feel good about, things we feel bad about. Let me ask you right now, what are you coping with? Finances, illness, weight gain, weight loss, children, your job, some direction in life that you want. So, no matter what it is, you are the one dealing with it. Not your mama, not your daddy, not your spouse, not your children, not your friends at work. You are the one that's dealing with it. They are not inside you. They don't know how you feel. Maybe you are really just stressed out. Let's use illness. You've been sick for, I don't know, a long time. It's just preying on your every nerve fiber of your body. You don't want to be around anybody. However, you have to be. That's life. So, unintentionally, you become short with people. You fly off the handle. But, especially men, you have to be a man about it. I'm not telling anybody I'm sick. I'm not letting anybody know what I feel like. Why do we do that? It's ingrained worldwide, I believe, that men are not supposed to show any form of weakness. Well, illness or disease is a weakness. Duh. So here's what I have found as a man. Can't speak for the ladies as a man. I had to learn to become somewhat vulnerable and say, you know, I apologize for flying off the handle. I am hurting so bad I can hardly stand it. I just didn't want anybody to know. Yeah. So, did that make you weak? No. It made you understandable. It made people grasp what's going on with you. So you can be at work. You don't know about, I mean, those people don't live with you. Why should you tell them anything about you? However, if you have an issue of some kind, especially physical, that is maybe the medicine you're taking is causing you to have anger issues. I know somebody. So they need to be aware of that. And you can say, with people with whom you interact frequently, you can say, I'm taking this medication that causes me to sometimes respond irrationally, or I may seem angry when I'm really not. That's all you got to say. You don't have to tell them what's the problem. You don't have to go into detail. You don't have to. That's it. So, women, I don't know. Women tend to not want to say anything either. My wife never does. Same thing with y'all. Let your spouse, co-workers, children, family members know something. Don't go into detail. Just say, I'm having some challenges right now. And I may seem angry at times. I'm not. I need some space to get through this until I'm better. Well, what's wrong with you? Well, I prefer not to go into what's wrong with me. I just wanted you to be aware something was wrong with me. And that is all they need to know. Unless, of course, it's your spouse, and then they need to know everything. Keep in mind, no matter what the situation is, although you might feel all alone, hopefully there's some type of support system with which you have access to. Reason I keep looking is because I'm trying to stay on track with what I wrote. So I apologize. So if you're religious, whatever your religion, you usually go to a higher power and say, okay, I need help. You may or may not get any kind of help. Not putting down religion. But you may or may not get any kind of help. I mean, that's the way it is. If you're married, hopefully you've got a very supportive spouse and children. Children need to be aware of if something's wrong with mom and dad. Not detail, just something's wrong. If you're a loner, oh man. If you're a loner, there's a lot of authors that you can look up and read, like some of the smaller books that will kind of address many of your issues. There's motivational things on YouTube. Let's see, what is it, Vimeo, and some of these others that have where you can get positive feedback. Facebook is not positive feedback. Sorry, Facebook. I have a Facebook account. And I go on there every once in a while, but I stay away from the negative. I like happy things, happy anniversary or happy birthday, or, my spouse and I just went on this great trip, or we went to a restaurant, or, I try to look at the positive things. There's so much negative in the world currently that I avoid news media and social media as much as possible, because I don't want to get drawn into that. Also, for you loners, well, if anybody, but for you loners, you don't have anybody to talk to, email me. Yes, I will respond. And I will continue. That's why they call me the internet pastor. So you don't have a pastor or you don't have anybody close, email me. I'll email you back and I'll converse with you that way. Remember this, challenges have a limited lifespan. You might not feel like, you might be thinking, this doesn't feel limited to me. To me. I'm telling you, after the storm, usually there's sunshine. Maybe not right after the storm, but next day anyway. But, people, they're well-meaning. I realize that. But they'll say stuff like, oh, I went through something like that, or I went through that, or it gets better, or this one, just suck it up. What I like to do to them. Anyway, sorry, no violence. Anyway, don't tell somebody to suck it up. That's stupid. Anyway, they're really trying to help, but they are a bit vacuous in their approach. They are not helping at all. Know your limits. The broad majority of people, men and women, don't say anything. They just buck up and endure whatever they're going through. But, give yourself permission to take a break every day. It's fine. 15 to 30 minutes. I don't know. Go sit in your yard. Go to a park or a lake or an ocean or a river, or just go for a walk in the neighborhood. Give yourself permission to do that. I like 80s hard rock. Yes, I do. If I'm really frazzled, I go to my office, shut the door, and turn it up. That's what Autograph said. Man, turn it up, buddy. So I do turn it up. And 15 to 30 minutes later, I'm calmed down, I'm chill, I'm ready to roll. So whatever your calming device is, utilize it. If you're like me, you have to go to another room or go to the car and roll the windows up anyway. But find a chill device that works for you. People can give you all kind of ideas. That's great. Use one that works for you. Maybe your chill device is writing. And you're so frustrated and you're so full of it, and you get it and you start writing and you write and you write. 20, 30 minutes later, you're calm as you can be. And you've written some stuff. That's great. Anyway, that's it for today. So you guys make it a super week. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your life.